List basic number 3 is like your list. This third list basic may sound strange, however, it's essential. You need to like all the schools on your list because there will ultimately be a lot of variables when it comes time to make a decision. What schools you were accepted to, which ones make the most sense financially, and other important considerations that you can't predict. The last thing you want to have is schools on your list that you don't actually like. Now, it might seem unnecessary to even include this as a list basic, but it's actually very common for people to include schools on their lists that they aren't really excited about. Here's a good example, a situation I've seen many times. A school ends up on a person's list because he's reasonably certain he'll be accepted, but it's not one he'd like to attend. If you put a school on your list and classify it as a likely school for the sake of admissions, but you don't really like the school, then you might really be setting yourself up for a disaster. I have a very simple test for this list basic. For each college on your list, close your eyes and imagine you have all of your results back, and this college is the only option you have. Are you okay with this? Excited about the option? If the answer is no to any school on the list, then you should seriously consider whether to replace it with another school you do like. Within Insight, as you look at the ratings you've given schools, those with scores of 3, 4, or 5 would probably pass this test. But if you've given a school a 0, 1, or 2, that's more of a concern. And parents, it's important that you really pay attention to this list basic as well. It's natural to have a school in mind and push hard to get that school on the list. Maybe it's your alma mater or a place you think your son or daughter should like but doesn't. But ultimately, this is one of the first big decisions young adults will make that defines who they're becoming. If a school just isn't a fit, there's a high likelihood that you'll be going through this process again very soon when your son or daughter wants to transfer.